Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. All right. Have you seen that movie? All right. Anyway, this your boy Double A. Anthony A in the house. Just want to get something off my chest, talk to my people, see how you doing today. And I really want to talk about, I say confessions, affirmations in the morning. And I was just thinking, oh man, this is a great opportunity to talk to my people. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video with your friends, your family, your ops, as they say, people that oppose you. So today I actually want to talk about a good subject. I want to talk about money. How much money are we leaving on the table? Now, I'm working on this, folks, so we can enter this journey together. So first thing I like to start my day with is a confession. For those of you Christian, this is based in scripture, or for those that you believe in, those that believe in affirmations or confessions or what you say or what you think. I believe that seeing too many good things happen, too many good things happen for it not to be true. But anyway, though, let's get into this. Okay, so one of the affirmations I have to say, or one of the confessions I have to say, depending on how you look at it, is I claim prosperity, faith. What do I say? Hold on, let me get it now. I got like a pattern going on it. I have the favor of God, the blessing, prosperity, 100-fold and 1,000 times. And if you guys follow your scripture, you'll see that stuff's all like the Lord God will prosper you, and so on and so forth. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, shall men give into your bosoms. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door shall be opened unto you. God's spiritual. Well, he was talking to his disciples, which were on the earth at that time. So if you don't want to believe it, hey, hopefully I can convince you. If not, you're missing out. So, but if you want to go from a practical standpoint, there are many books. Think, Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Even though I don't agree with this guy on some stuff, that he has a great book out. Another book that I listened to, an audio book, was Think Big. I think it's Think Big. That's a good book. It's an older book. Another one was, the Four Quadrants. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So it's like on YouTube, guys. On your commute, just check it out. All right, so let me clear my throat. Have mercy, baby. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so how much money are we leaving on the table? So God been dealing with me about like money I'm wasting. I'm wasting money. I'm gonna give you 3 examples of something that I just discovered that I'm wasting money on. And I've been doing it for years, because we've been in our home now for about 3 years. Was it 4 years? 3 years? Let me think about it for a second. I think we moved in 2023. So I want to say it going on 4 years now, but I might be wrong. And one of the things is we got away from traditional cable and we started doing streaming services, because the TVs I have, Vizio, by the way, I love Vizio. TVs I have, they have these little channels on where you can watch for free. And instead of paying for the cable bill, I got tired of it at our old place. The cable bill kept going up. Yeah, you can renegotiate. True. That's a way to save money. I wanted one flat fee that pretty much stayed the same the whole time. And I calculated it out. If I got about 5 streaming services. And it's the equivalent of what I was getting with my cable. about the same price. I mean, actually, maybe a little less. So, HBO Max. I have Amazon Prime, the Amazon, you know. I have Netflix. I have Hulu. I have Stars. And I'm trying to think of the other. And I have Disney Plus. Okay, so this is where I was leaving money on the table. So I had the Hulu and the Netflix combo, right? And then one day I'm just kind of strolling through. I think this was a blessing. This was favor right here. And I'm like, man, let me look at some package deals, you know. And I was looking at the package deal because I was trying to cut back and save money. And do you know that there is a package deal that has Hulu, Disney, and HBO Max for like 20-something bucks, right? A month. If you watch this years later, it might have went up. But it was like 20-something bucks. Let's just say 29 bucks or 30 bucks, something like that. So I get 3 streaming services for 29 bucks a month. And I actually had the bundle with Hulu and Disney, which I was paying 20-something bucks. And then I had the HBO Max subscription, which I was paying about 19 bucks, give or take, or whatever I was paying. So I was basically paying double. So I immediately canceled my HBO Max subscription, re-signed up for the Hulu, Disney Plus, and HBO Max package, and saved like 20 bucks a month. Now, mind you, I have been doing this for like 2-3 years. So let's estimate out. So we talking about 400 a year, 300, give or take. So I'm wasting about almost $1,000 in those 2 years that I didn't have my HBO Max included in my package deal. So now I got Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max, all for under 30 bucks. Whereas before, I had Hulu, Disney Plus, paying about 20-something bucks, and HBO Max paying about 20-something bucks. So I saved about 20 bucks a month. But if you calculate it over the time that I wasted not doing that package, maybe that package wasn't available at the time. But it's been available for a while now, I think. Over a couple of years, I'm getting almost $1,000 that I've wasted on paying separately for HBO Max. That's leaving money on the table, folks. Another great example. Now, gas. So I go, like most people, I got a Sam's and a Club and a Costco membership. And these numbers may have changed. This is not about the dollars per se. This is about the principle of leaving money on the table. You guys need to go and start looking at your budgets, if you have a budget. Look at your subscriptions, look at your monthly payments, look at what's being used, what's not being used, and save that money. Y'all remember that song? You can save that money. It was like a Jewish rapper guy, and he had some hits, and he has a song, You Can Save That Money. He did the whole video shoot. I think his name Lil Dicky. And, it was hot for a minute back in the early 2000s, I think, 2010s. But anyway, though, long story short, he did the whole video, probably millions of dollars worth of video, and he asked to use people's house. He asked to borrow people's yachts and so on and so forth. He got some people, he borrowed some girls to dance in the video, and nobody got really paid. So basically, he did the video for almost free. Cameraman, so on a budget. He did a video shoot on a budget, and it went real viral, and it had millions and millions of views. Lil Dicky. Anyway, though, funny guy. Really good rapper, though. I think so. Anyway, though, so I'm sitting up there with the gas. You thought I forgot, right? So I'm sitting up there with the gas. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to Sam's. I'm going to Costco. They're the cheapest gas in town. Every time I look, they have the cheapest gas. But little did I know, some of the other gas, I get gas station coffee, guys. Look, you need to get hip to the game on gas station coffee. go to Thornton's, Racetrack. You got all these places. And now, just like they do at Starbucks and some of these other places, when they grind out the beans and make your coffee and put all that stuff in them, they have all that stuff at the gas stations. They have the grinding machines that grinds up the beans and gives you a fresh batch of coffee, and then you doctor it up. You can make the caramel macchiato, you can make the iced coffee, all that stuff. Especially where I go is Thornton's. You know, if you're not familiar with Thornton's, you can go to a Racetrack. If you're not familiar with Racetrack, you can go to, you know, all these different places. And I'm very picky about my gas stations. It's got to be clean. They got to stay stocked. It's got to be well organized. And I have to have the grinding machine that grinds up the beans fresh, as opposed to them just making the coffee, unless they change it out regularly, which some of them don't when they do it old school style. But anyway, though, so I'm sitting up there and I'm looking at the gas apps and stuff, and Sam's and Costco used to beat everybody. Then a good friend of mine at the gas station was telling me, he was like, hey, do you have so-and-so app? I was like, yeah. And he was like, you know, then as this was 7-Eleven, which I go get my coffee sometime. He was like, hey, man. He's like, you know, on the 7th and 11th, it was basically for the whole summer, this summer. He was like, you get 50 cents off plus your regular savings. All you got to do is type this. I said, real? So with that 50 cents off, I actually save more money than at Sam's or Costco, leaving money on the table again. Then he said, hey, but I'm going to tell you something else. On Thursdays, I think it's Circle K. You go to Circle K, and you can get like 30 or 40 cents off or something like that. I have these numbers wrong, folks. I'm just shooting off the dome. It's like every Thursday. He was like, yeah, every Thursday. All you got to do is do this. And that's a real thing. And then he was like, if you go to, it was one more, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. Yeah, Circle K. No, Speedway. I think it was Speedway and 7-Eleven are tied together. But then the gas station I go to, Thornton's, has this thing called Earnify with BP and 7-Eleven. And they have this thing where if you put your Amazon card on there, and then your Amazon account per se, you save 5 cents every time you spend money in their store. You can put that, and you can put it all, you can stack it basically. And once you stack it up, I mean, you can save 40 cents off, 30 cents off, 25 cents off. It makes it cheaper than going to Sam's or Costco. But this has been going on for years, that I've been missing it out because I'm thinking that nobody's cheaper than Sam's or Costco. That's what I'm thinking, right? Nobody's cheaper than Sam's or Costco. But when you put these savings on top, especially if you go to gas stations like I do, you get all these savings added on, 5 cents here, 10 cents there. Next thing you know, you're saving 30 cents. And most of the time, Sam's or Costco is not 30 cents cheaper than Circle K. And if it is, it's usually about, Sam's or Costco is usually like 15, maybe you look up and get 20 cents cheaper. But you're always paying less. So folks, use these gas apps. Find out how to use them properly. Some of you guys are going in and getting these fountain drinks every day. I see them coming to gas station, the big fountain drinks for 99 cents. Some of y'all are going to these places, and everybody knows about Kroger. Get the double points. Kroger gas, let's just say Kroger gas is, I'm in Tennessee, so our gas is a lot cheaper there. I feel bad for you West Coast folks. But but I'm in Tennessee, so gas right now is sitting at about $3.34 at the time I'm making this video, right? So I'm sitting up in here and I'm like, whoa, I can save 50 cents with my savings on this Tennessee gas. When it was high, what we call high, it was $3.40, $3.30 something when I looked at it. $3.30 something, right? So I'm sitting up there, I'm like, man, I just got down to $2.79. Now gas prices This little conflict, the war gonna be over with Iran at the time I'm making this video. Once the gas price is gonna drop back down in Tennessee, we're gonna get back to those early January prices, which was low twos, so $2 and something cents a gallon. So imagine if I saved 30 cent, 40 cent, 50 cent on that. I was leaving money on the table. You got apps out there that you guys are not signing up for. You're going to these gas stations and you can take 5, 10, 20 cents out. Some people are even don't even have the apps and don't even realize you leaving money on the table. Where do you get your gas at? Almost all of them have an app. Almost all of them, I would say all of them at this point. Almost all of them give you credit for stuff you buy in the store. And they give you at least 5 cents, 3 to 5 cents, if not 10 cents off a gallon, but usually 5 cents off, guaranteed. Then some of them offer like, oh, it's your birthday, I'm gonna give you extra 20 cents off. I'm just making up some of this stuff, but this is the type of stuff they do. I buy so much coffee there, which is like $2 and something cent, by the way, instead of $4, like I went to Starbucks the other day because I had a gift card. So listen to me, people. That's money left on the table. Gas. This stuff adds up. $20 here, $30 here, and so on and so forth. Money left on the table. Now, this is the last thing that I'm going to get on. For you young folk, you 20-year-olds, you're staying with your parents, you're a student, you're whatever, even if you're in your 30s, money left on the table with your 401ks, your 403bs, and so on and so forth. The stock market eventually, over time, is going to average a certain percentage. I think it's over 10%, 12%, whatever it is, over time. Compounded interest. The one thing you can't get back is time. If you invest, I did with this guy, he was in his 20s. I was talking to him at the gas station, nice guy. I said, man, you 20-something years old. Man, how much can you save a month? He said, about this much. So I said, let's take that money. So I took the 200, I multiplied it times 12 months in a year. I multiplied that times 20 years. I think it was like 48,000 or whatever the case may be. I said, now let's put this in a good growth stock mutual fund gaining about 12%. Anthony, you can't gain 12%. That's a lie. I'm gaining 12, 13, 14, 15% right now off a mutual fund that I got invested in my 401k. Guarantee I'll show you like 5 of them off the top of my... Y'all can go look. You can go look at the track record on Morningstar, I believe it's Morningstar, and mutual funds over time. You can look at stocks and see over time how much money is average 10, 15, 20 years. You can see it. The market goes up, the market goes down, but we playing the long game. This guy saves $200 a month for 20 years. This money is going to multiply. It's going to start off slow, and then it's going to shoot up. They even show you, all you got to do is do compound interest calculator. It's going to shoot up $200, but boom, exponentially. And I was showing him this. I said, man, you don't have any responsibilities right now. You're staying with your parent. You're making some decent money here. All you need to do is get that 200. Suppose you get 300. Suppose you get 100. Suppose you get 50. Suppose you get $25 a month. If you're 18, 19, 20 years old, you can gain this money back multiplied by compounded interest. Will the market go up? Yes. Will the market go down? Yes. But what you want to do is beat out inflation at 3-4%, give or take, and you want to give yourself time value of money over time. So the final thing that I think he ended up was about $250,000 over 2 years, give or take. Instead of saving the money over 20 years, $200 a month, which you'd add like 48,000, give or take. Now I might have that number wrong, but if he invested it 12% growth on a mutual fund, he had $200 and something thousand. Now, would he have to pay taxes on that later? Yeah. But 20 years, he would be 40 years old with $200,000 sitting in the bank. $250,000 sitting in the bank. That's only if he had did $200 a month. Now I imagine when he gets probably in his 30s, he's gonna be making probably double what he making now working at the gas station. Money on the table. I had nobody tell me this. I had no mom, dad telling me this. I grew up in the hood. Listen, nobody told me this. I learned it. I actually learned it by listening to some financial gurus like Dave Ramsey. I learned it probably in my late 20s. Didn't take advantage fully. I took enough advantage later on, by investing in stock market, mutual funds, and so on and so forth. Then I learned it from my professor. I had a business class with one of these professors that was a financial guru, and he told us about compounded interest. And then I started putting two and two together. I was like, man, I gotta, y'all are leaving money on the table by not investing. Stop believing the hype that you're going to lose your money. Yeah, if you go out and buy this random stock and just don't know anything about investing, yeah, you're going to lose money. Yeah, if you grab loans and try to buy stocks, yeah, you're going to lose nothing. But you invest in an index fund, you invest in a good growth stock mutual fund, getting you about averaging over 12%, you're going to be all right. Because it's a mutual fund. There's several stocks combined in one. You can do that. And if you get it in like a Roth IRA or 401k Roth IRA, where you pay your taxes, one up front, one later, you really gonna gain some money. So we gotta do a survey, start looking at these things, and stop leaving money on the table. Last thing I'm gonna tell you is, so when I go to the gas station, sometimes I pay cash and I have change left over and I throw it in this little basket beside my nightstand on the bed. God had placed on my heart, hey, why don't you grab some of that money? Money was looking tight, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, why don't you grab some? Instead of constantly going to the bank, grabbing some money out, buying, spending those dollars, why don't you look and see how much money you got in the basket? I probably had like 30 bucks in there. Just all change. Give or take. I'm not making this up. About 30 bucks. Matter of fact, I still got some in my car right now. Probably about 30 bucks worth of change in there. 30 bucks worth of change. You know what I did? I bought me some lunch with it. I bought me some coffee with it. I'm still using that money still to this day. Money left on the table. That was literally left on the nightstand table. All right, this is your boy Anthony A. Tell me your thoughts, get your comments rolling. Tell me some of your stories, how you just found money. Just little money here, found $5, $6 here, there, and so on and so. Savings. We got to get hip to the game, folks. There's some people that using that last one, that Kroger thing. I know guys right now, some of y'all don't want to deal with the hassle. You get the double points when you buy the gift card. But some of y'all are buying gift cards from Kroger all the time. All you got to do is get the Kroger rewards on a certain day. They give you like double points, triple points. And then use that towards your gas. You can pay up. They got the little signs out there. Pay $1 for your gas. Pay 1 cent for a gas per gallon. Because you're getting double points, triple point, spending it on your gift cards that you normally gonna get for birthdays anyway. Or you buying the gift cards to places that you go shop at anyway. You just getting the double points, getting your gas. Say the Kroger gas high, right? It's higher than Sam's, it's higher than Costco. You already shop there for groceries. Let's just assume. But let's say you don't shop there for groceries. Say you go there to get your gift cards. They got a big old giant selection. You go on those days where you get the double, triple points. Every point is worth so much, I forget what it is. And then you say, hey, I'm going to buy this gift card anyway. I might as well buy it from Kroger, get on the double point day or the triple point day or whatever it is. And then I can take 20, 30, 40, $1 off. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I took 80 cents off my gas one day. That's the highest I've gotten. 80 cents off my gas. And I know there's many more stories out there. Probably online. This is your boy. This has been a long one, but tell me your stories though. Go ahead, share the stories. Share the testimonies, as they say in church. Share the testimonies. Save that money. Don't leave money on the table. Peace.